Hi you guys, my name is Delancey. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to be doing the Booktube Newbie Tag. I wanted to do this so y'all could get to know me better and have an idea of what I'll be posting on this channel. And yeah, so without further ado, let's just get right into it. Question number one is, why did you start this channel? I started this channel because I just thought it would be a lot of fun. I thought it would be a great time to meet people with a hobby similar to mine who could talk about books with me all day and can spare my poor family and my boyfriend from listening me going on non-stop. I also thought it would be a great creative outlet. I've always had an affinity for the visual arts, and I did acting for 9 years, so just like when you read a book, as you do when you read a script, discussing characters' motives, relationships, plot, dialogue, I love all that stuff. So I'm hoping that Booktube can be my creative outlet in my young adult life. Question number two is, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to Booktube? I feel like the answer to that question will become more apparent in the more videos that I make. I'm not sure which qualities yet I want to bring to the community. I will say though, I am a student right now. I'm currently studying clinical dietetics, which I love, but it does take up a lot of my time. I'm often in the library, studying, grinding through homework, so maybe in addition to my Booktube videos, I can also throw in some study with me videos. I'm not sure if anyone knows what those are. You can definitely look them up. I've always found those to be really relaxing for me, and they've helped me stay productive, especially when I have huge task lists and I'm really overwhelmed with everything I need to get done. So maybe in addition to all of my book videos, especially in the fall, I can throw in some student-related videos. I don't know. We'll see. Question number three is, what are you most excited for about this new channel? Definitely meeting new people and being able to engage in some fun conversations about books we love as well as books we absolutely hate. I'm really excited to find books that I never would have found on my own if I was just perusing through Barnes & Noble. What I really love about this community is that people can give their opinions on books, and I have an idea going into the bookstore or the library, so I don't waste any of my time, and I'm just so excited to find more great books. I've also received a couple requests from some old college friends for some videos to make. One particular friend wants me to do a review of the Shades of Grey trilogy. So to my old sorority sister, you know who you are. For you, I might. Question number four is, why do you love reading? Reading has always been a healthy distraction for me. It's helped a lot with my anxiety and my stress, whether it's about school or more adult things like health insurance. But I also love reading for what I learn while reading books. Obviously with nonfiction, the whole point is to learn something new, but even with fictional books, I have learned so much about the human experience. I have been exposed to a plethora of new perspectives, different lifestyles. I like to think it's made me maybe just a little bit wiser for it, and I'm so grateful for every story I get to engage in. Next question is, what book or series got you into reading? So I don't think a particular book ever got me into reading. I think it's more so the people around me made reading cool and exciting for me. My dad is a huge reader, and always growing up as a kid, we've had mini libraries in our house, and I always thought he was such a cool guy and I wanted to be just like my dad. I remember my dad is really into science fiction and history books, and so he would have books out where he was reading, like say Dune for example, or he would read the Terry Pratchett Discworld series. And I remember being really young, and I would open up his books and I would try and read whatever he was reading. I had no idea what was going on, but I just remember really admiring my dad and wanting to be just like him. And in college, I had a roommate for, God, 2.5 years, and she was a narrative studies major. She read so much. She also always participated in NaNoWriMo. I just thought she was the coolest chick ever, and I wanted to be like her too, and she always inspired me to read, and I don't even think she knows that, but I would say the people in my life definitely inspired me to read as opposed to a certain book. All right, number 6, 5, 4, I'm not sure what number this question is. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? Probably any tips they have for using the library. So as you can see, I don't have a bookcase behind me. I don't have very many books, and I'm definitely in a money saving mode right now in my life. So I rely almost entirely on the library. It's great, I really love it, but I really am at the mercy of whatever is available or how many holds other people have on a certain book. So yeah, just any tips for navigating that. I would greatly appreciate that. Next question, what challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? Yeah, probably the library, like I just said, having death matches with small children over books I want to read. That would probably be a challenge, for sure. Anyways, next question, when did you start reading? I feel like I started reading in kindergarten, but recreational reading, probably in like 3rd grade. I remember we did reading contests where you would get ribbons up on the wall depending on how many books you read per month. And I was by no means at the front of the pack. I was one of the kids who didn't read many books, but I mean, relative for me, it was a lot. And I remember, I think I read the Boxcar Children. So yeah, it was instilled in me from a very young age. I also read the Twilight series in middle school. I'm like the perfect demographic for that. So like, of course I read that trilogy, or not trilogy, quartet. Whoops. Second to last question is, where do you read? I read all over. I often read on the floor outside of the classrooms at my university, in cafes. I read in the car before work if I get there early. I read in my bed before I go to sleep. That's like a great way to wind down. But no, I don't have like a set reading spot whatsoever. All right, and final question, what kind of books do you like to read? I read my fair share of YA as well as adult. I do contemporaries and fantasies, so I'm kind of all over the place. I don't read a lot of sci-fi or westerns. I don't know. Is that a genre? I don't know. If there is, I don't really read it. I also try and do my best and be a good noodle at school and read some nonfiction books. Like I said, I'm studying nutrition. I'm trying to read a few books here and there on nutrition, particularly on microbiology. That's my particular interest over in school, the gut microbiome. So a few nonfiction books here and there, but they take me forever to read. I move a lot slower through those. So if I do read some nonfiction books, hopefully I can throw a few of those into my TBRs and my wrap-ups, but we'll see. Okay guys, that's gonna do it for the Booktube Newbie Tag. I hope you enjoyed watching this. If you are new to Booktube as well, or if you're not, I don't really care, feel free to comment down below and say hi. I would love to meet all of you, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!